Alright, folks, welcome to my SEC Week 5 Power Rankings brought to you by Coast for Super Bowl 58. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, last place, 14th ranked, is the Vanderbilt Commodores. Much worse than last season. They, coming off a loss against Kentucky at home. The game, it never really felt like Vanderbilt was in it. I mean, hold up, not in it. They never felt like they were going to win. There was points where they made it close, and they made it close there in towards the end of the second half and beginning of the third quarter. But other than that, never felt like there was really a shot for them to win during that game at all. That's why I have Vanderbilt last. 13th, ranked 13th is Mississippi State Bulldogs. Clearly Mike Leach passing away has clearly hurt this team. They just came off a 7-point loss to South Carolina. I think Mississippi State's sort of like in a rebuild mode. Get a new coaching system in there and everything. Sort of a down year for Mississippi State. At 12th, I have the Auburn Tigers, who just came off their first loss to Texas A&M. Tigers, brand new head coach this year. It's a bit some growing pains. It's not stellar Auburn football. We'll see. Well, hopefully Auburn get back to some more winning ways. I feel like everybody's kind of forgot about Auburn this year. It's kind of odd, but I have them at 12. 11, Arkansas Razorbacks. They just came off a 3-point loss to LSU in Death Valley. This was the best performance, I would say, of the year. Still 11th. Maybe I probably could have made him put him higher, just because it was a 3-point loss in Death Valley against a ranked LSU team. Arkansas, though, prior to that game, has really not impressed at all. I would say it could be better later on this year, but this is reflecting right now what I think, not what they could be. They could have won these games and been higher in the rankings, but they did not. Some bad times in Arkansas right now. Alright, move to the top 10. At 10, I have the South Carolina Gamecocks, who just came off a 7-point win against Mississippi State. They did go to the wire with Georgia. They were winning that game before blowing the lead, but South Carolina, I don't know, it's kind of iffy. Like, they did, hang on to Georgia, but then they only won by 7 in South Carolina against Mississippi State. They do play in Knoxville against Tennessee next week. Hopefully, they can give us a little better guide to what South Carolina really is. Maybe South Carolina just happened to play really great against Georgia that day, and they're just actually really not so great of a team, if you know what I'm saying. Up to number 9, 9th ranked. I have whatever. Number 9, Texas A&M Aggies. Oh man, I botched that so bad. But Texas A&M, of course, coming off a win against Auburn at home. Texas A&M, questionable, especially after last year's, kind of odd. Texas A&M, I think, is looking better and better each week. Let's see if they can continue that trend. It's kind of like, I would say they're mid. It's mid-team. We'll just see. We'll just let some games go by and see how Texas A&M really is. But for right now, I have them ninth. 8 is I have the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky coming off a big win, SEC opener win against Vanderbilt. Kentucky, I feel like Kentucky could even be up there with Georgia, especially with there's so much potential on that offense, yet they are not connecting whatsoever. And that's why I'm having it at 8, and this is why they're not ranked in the top 25. It's because they're not connecting on offense. Our offense should be scoring like every drive. I feel like they're not connecting. There's no deep ball connections so far for Kentucky, like hardly at all. And that's what they need to do. I personally feel like they need to give the ball more to Ray Davis. Ray Davis just makes plays. There's just something about that offense that, like, I know it's there. Like, the players, the talent they have on offense should be just scoring every drive. And once I think that clicks, they just will just score and score. Defense has been winning them games, helping them win games, getting glorious stops and everything. It's sort of slowed against Vanderbilt. I think maybe they thought they had won it and they played slow. Kind of concerned against the defensive performance against Vanderbilt. We'll see how they do against Florida coming up next week. At 7, we begin with the ranked teams. There's 7 ranked teams in the SEC. We're here, 7th. Here at 7, we have the 23rd ranked Missouri Tigers. The Tigers just coming off a 7-point victory against the Memphis Tigers. Missouri, impressed with that Kansas State winning, of course, and now they are ranked. Missouri, though, has yet to play an SEC team. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, they are ranked. So here they sit at 7th, which is, I guess right now we're in the top half of the SEC. But Missouri, I say this season is a lot better than what anybody was expected out of Missouri. There we go. At 6, we have the 22nd ranked Florida Gators. Florida coming off a iffy win against Charlotte. I would say, first of all, I said in my recap video, I said Florida was probably either high off of last week, or they're looking ahead to next week against Kentucky, like trying to a team that they have lost to in back-to-back years, and could be a combination of both of those. Florida's red zone offense, I would say, was lackluster. Like they scored 1 touchdown, and the rest were like 5 field goals. So Florida obviously needs to improve on their red zone offense. You can't just score 3 points every time. You need touchdowns. Their defense is playing great right now. Everything's going up for Florida ever since that lost to Utah. Alright, top 5 right now. We have the 21st ranked Volunteers. Oh, sorry about that. Tennessee coming off a revenge win. Tennessee, a little bit questionable about them. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. And they got a big game coming up against South Carolina, who, if you remember, went toe to toe with Georgia there for quite a bit there. This game's gonna be in Knoxville. It should be a test. We'll see how Tennessee really is, because that loss to Florida was in the swamp, and the Volunteers are clearly cursed in there. And we get the fourth. Fourth is 20th ranked Ole Miss. Ole Miss. Because I forgot to put Rebels. It's the only one I didn't put the mascot in. Probably don't deserve it because they did lost to Alabama. So all your rebelling is in Alabama if you want that back. But Ole Miss, they didn't really. I don't know. Probably should have put them lower than Tennessee, but well, I keep them at fourth because they're ranked higher, and they did play Alabama in Alabama, so it kind of, Alabama probably just owns Ole Miss. Ole Miss is just, I don't know. They're just lackluster. Just, we'll see how they do though. Third, top three now. There's the 13th ranked LSU Tigers, who just came off a 3-point home victory against Arkansas. LSU, I said they may be frauds. We'll see. Of course, last year they did get better over the year. We'll just see how this progresses for LSU. Right now, him as third. Of course, AP, Associated Press, has them 13th in the country. The second out of the 12th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, coming off a huge win against Ole Miss. Hopefully, Alabama, maybe, I don't know, I shouldn't say hopefully, but maybe hope. Well, no, why do I keep saying hopefully? But maybe Alabama's getting back to form. Hopefully, oh, why do I keep saying hopefully? I'm saying hopefully like I'm an Alabama fan. We'll see what Alabama gets up to. Maybe kind of okay. More like what can they do after this Ole Miss win? They clearly need to improve on offense. That's what they need to do. But at first, I have the first ranked Georgia Bulldogs. I don't think this is out of question, but I would say out of the past 3 years, this is the worst Georgia team that's been ranked number one in the past, including this year, 3 years. Because I think they're beatable. Show that they are beatable. But anyways, they're at first. I can't remember who they play next week. But yeah, they're at number one. Probably number one for quite a while. But anyways, hopefully you liked that video. Please like, subscribe, and comment about my power rankings. I will be seeing y'all tomorrow when I power rank the NFL. I may do 2 videos. The second video might be, I might go ahead and do the SEC predictions for week 5. It depends if I have enough time, but I will get that out. I will get the NFL power rankings out tomorrow. Maybe SEC prediction for week 5, but if not, it might end up being Friday. But anyways, I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye.